Hi, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be looking at where the real money is in agriculture. I want us to understand today that agriculture is a value chain and farming is only part of the value chain. So many people don't know, so they think agriculture ends with farming. But the first thing I want you to learn in our class today is that agriculture is a big business. Now, farming is just part of the value chain. Farming is not the last thing. Farming is only part of the value chain. So, if you're looking at, I want to invest in agriculture, and you don't know where to start from, this video today is for you. So let me know where you're watching from. If you can hear my voice, drop a comment for me to know you can hear my voice. Let's test the audio. If you can hear my voice, let me know that you can hear my voice. I'm here with us. Let's discuss where the real money is in agriculture. I'm here today to rewrite what you have learned about agriculture for a long time. I want to show you practical ways, simple ways in which you can make a lot of money from agriculture without even touching the soil. You don't have to own a plot of land. You don't need to have a processing factory. There are ways in which you can make money from agriculture very easy, very smooth. And this is what we are going to discuss today. You can become a millionaire in agriculture without touching the soil. And if you can hear my voice, please drop a comment for me to see and know that you are getting what I'm saying. If you can hear me, please let me know in the comment section that you can hear me. Okay, great. Airdrop, I've missed you. Longest time that I've not seen you on any of my live stream. You have not been coming to class. Airdrop say you can hear me sound and clear. So that's good. We thank God for that. So without wasting much of our time, we are going straight to the business of today. And I believe you can see my screen. You can see what is there on my screen. How agriculture can make you a millionaire in Nigeria without touching the soil in 4 simple steps or 4 simple businesses that you can decide which one suit you and you go into. There are many things to do in agriculture. My goal is to show you the easiest way, the most profitable ways. And the first thing I wanted you to know, and I believe you have written this down, is that agriculture is not farming. Agriculture is a value chain, is made up of a lot of other businesses. Now, farming, which is primary production, is only part of this value chain. Farming, planting cassava, planting yam, planting corn, keeping pigs, keeping goats, keeping cow, they are only just part of the value chain. Please, that boy is disturbing me. I'm in the class. So there's a lot more that you can learn from agriculture, but there's a lot more we should be able to do in agriculture. Okay, airdrop say he has been busy with school. Okay, thank you so much. I hope academics is going well for you. So today we are looking at these areas. There are 4 areas, and I just pray that this class will not take us a lot of time because I have so much to share with you. I have so much to share with you. Now, first thing first, How is money being made in agricultural sector? This is a very big sector. So we first have to understand how money is made in this sector. Now, in reality, money is made in agriculture by selling farm produce. This is what you first need to understand, that if your goal is to make money in agriculture, your focus should be on selling. Can you see why the selling is there red? If you can see it and you can hear me, please type selling in the comment section. And also don't forget to like the video. And if you're new, please subscribe. Comment selling, selling in the chat group. Let me see that. Comment selling in the chat so I can know you're getting what I'm saying. Comment selling. In reality, money is made in agriculture by selling farm produce. But most people think money is made by owning a physical farm and going to that place every day to monitor operations. This is what many people think agriculture is, or this is how you can make money from agriculture. So all they believe is that I need to have a farm, and I need a poultry farm for me to make money from the poultry industry. I need to have a rice farm for me to make money from the rice industry. I need to have this, I need to have this. So because of that, people invest money in structures. They can pick like 10 million, 100 million, 50 million and go and buy land, build a farm with the goal that they want to make money from agriculture. And many times they don't even make the money and they end up leaving those projects untouched. They regret why they wasted their money. It's simply because they have never got the opportunity to watch this video or opportunity to consult me to teach them. I'm a beginner. I want to go into agriculture. Please show me ways in which I can make money from this industry. This is what they're supposed to do. Now, this is one thing we always miss. Many times in Africa, we don't investigate before investing. People invest, then they investigate later. That is not how you're supposed to do. If you want to go into agriculture or you want to go into any business, the first thing you need to do is to investigate. Check this business that I want to go into. How can I make money? What is the possibility for me not to even make money at all? Who are the top players in this industry? What kind of business are they doing? When you understand this, then you're good to go. But many people don't do this. So if you're watching me today, I want you to know this. Write this down, that money is made by selling farm produce. Money is not made by owning a farm. Owning a farm is only part of agriculture. So if you just own a farm and stop there, you will not make money from agriculture. I hope we are all following. Yes, Airdrop have commented selling. Johnson have commented selling. Beat, is it BJ? BJ have commented selling. Fantastic. Thank you guys all. I know you're following me now. That's good. So let's fire on. That is how to make money from selling. Now, and the next thing I want you to know is that farmers grow food while traders control cash flow within the sector. So this is the first thing you need to understand. Know this today, that farmers grow food, which is farming, primary production. But then we have another group of people that control all the money in the sector. So if you're a beginner in looking at investing in agriculture, I believe your goal will be that you should be the one who is controlling the money. You should be the one who is controlling the cash flow, not just the one who is farming. Because you can farm, produce all the things you need to produce, but the goal is to make cash. You have your hoe, you have your cutlass, you're using your tractors. The goal is that at the end of the day, cash should be given to you in exchange of the output you're going to get on that farm. So the first thing you need to know, or let me say the second thing you need to know, is that farmers grow food. Farmers produce food. But there are some people called traders. They are the one who controls all the cash flow. And that takes us to the first thing or the first business you can do within the agricultural sector, which I title here to be become a trader. You can become a millionaire. You can make a lot of money from agriculture without touching the soil by becoming a trader. Now, looking at trading, there are different ways in which you can start trading business in agriculture. First, you can start with small capital as a small trader. Then you can go with medium capital. Then you can go with large capital. But this is the first way to earn money from agriculture without touching the soil. Without touching the soil. Let me get my spelling here. This is soil. Great. So this is the first way for you to get money from agriculture without touching the soil, is by becoming a trader. Let me see that in the comment section. Please drop trading or drop trader. The first way to make money from agriculture without touching the soil is to become a trader. So drop that in the comment section. Let me know. Become a trader. That is the first way. We have 4 ways that we are going to address today. But the first way is by becoming a trader. If you're not a trader, you will not be able to make money from agriculture. Thank you so much, Airdrop, for dropping that comment. You're always active. Active students. I'm going to give you an award, Student of the Year award. Okay, great. So the first way to make money from agriculture is by becoming a trader. But then, how can someone become a trader? People listen to me, watch my videos, read my books, and they still come back to me and say, how can I become a trader? And this is what I want to answer today. How can you become a trader? Because I'm telling you that this is one of the first way you can start making money from agriculture. You can become a millionaire, a billionaire in agriculture without touching the soil, without having a poultry farm, without having any of those things, is to become a trader. Now, there are 3 steps to becoming a profitable trader. I don't want you to just be a trader. I want you to be a profitable trader. There are many traders that I know today that are not profitable in agriculture. They are doing so many things, and that is affecting their profitability or their potentials to become profitable. So the first step into becoming a profitable trader is to choose one commodity and focus. Let me add that. So if you're making notes, you will know that this is our first way. Focus. The first way is to choose one commodity and focus. Focus on that commodity. So the first step into becoming a profitable trader is choosing one commodity, focusing on that commodity, doing everything possible you need to do to understand that commodity. That is the first thing we need to do. Money is made by selling farm produce. Thank you. Become a trader. Farmers grow food, traders control cash flow. Thank you so much. Thank you, Johnson. Johnson is also the best student today. He's dropping all the lesson. I hope we are all making notes. See, the goal of this training, the goal of these lectures today is to help my community members here, especially beginners. Make sure you're not just watching me, you're writing, you have your writing material, you're making notes. Because at the end of the day, I'll be answering your questions. So if you're not getting notes, maybe one thing I say, then you miss it. Your brain can hold so much. Of course, this video might be here long time, but don't just rely on that. Make notes. So first step, choose one commodity and focus. I'm discussing 3 steps to becoming a profitable trader. Let's move to the second step. Now, second step is understand the market before you buy. This is where many people miss, because they believe that trading simply means buying farm produce, selling the farm produce for a good profit margin. So once they have money, they can just go straight away and buy a lot of farm produce and stock. And at the end of the day, they will discover that they didn't make anything. or they will not even become profitable because they didn't know that yes, trading can help you make money from agriculture without touching the soil. But then there is a way for you to become a profitable trader, which I say the first one, focus on one commodity. Now, focus is very expensive. It's very expensive. I want you to write that down in your note. Focus is so much expensive. You can't quantify it, but it's one of the easiest or the cheat code into becoming a great person, whether you're a great farmer, a great trader, or whatsoever thing you want to be. If you pick one commodity and focus on, you'll be great. So now when you focus, the second step is that you understand the market before you buy. That is what I said before, that many people don't investigate before investing. They invest money and then say, oh, billionaire farmer, I have plenty palm oil that I bought last year. I don't even know where to sell. Immediately, I know that this person jumped a step. He was supposed to investigate this commodity I'm buying, this palm oil that I'm buying today. If I want to sell, where can I sell this palm oil at profit? And I also say, study the following for you to become a profitable farmer. Study the market prices, study demand patterns, and then study supply cycle. You need to know these things. That is what understanding the market means. Study market prices. Study market prices. Take your time. Okay, last year, how much was one keg of palm oil? I'm using palm oil now because we are entering the season of palm oil. Everybody is looking at storing palm oil. We have a lot of people on social media who are already advising you, oh, store, you make 10,000, you make 50,000. Yes, but can you just settle down, because palm oil is going to be here for a long time. But your capital can go and you will be the one who is crying. You don't have excess money, but you have a lot of time. If you don't do it this year, you will still not miss. You will do it next year. Choose one commodity and focus. Thank you so much, Oga Johnson. Choose one commodity and focus. So we're looking at what focus does. Focus help you first. You understand market. Now, you're not studying the entire market. You're just studying one product. Remember, we say you first have to focus. So now you are focused that in my lifetime, I want to be trading palm oil. You take out time to study palm oil. What is the market price of palm oil in recent time? Check. If you can check as long as 10 years ago, it's still not bad. You're not wasting time. Make a lot of notes. This palm oil that I want to do storage this year, how much was the price of palm oil in 2025? How much was the lowest? How much was the highest? And which market within Nigeria bought at the highest price? Can you see how much work you need to do? How much was palm oil in Kano State? How much was palm oil in Jos, Plateau State? How much was palm oil in Gombe? You have to check all these things because they will help you to know where you're going. And when you know your market, you understand demand patterns. See, the truth of the matter is that in agriculture, we have a lot of commodities that have season when people need them the most. Let me use one typical example now, rice. We consume rice every day, but the volume of rice we consume in December is not the same. Currently in January, people are still eating rice every day, but the volume of rice we consume in December, January, it's not the same. It cannot be the same. We are eating way more rice now. Sorry, we ate more rice in December than now. How about the number of cows that people killed, or the number of chicken that were slaughtered last year during festive season? You can't quantify them. They were so much. People who have a cow, have goats, I'm not sure they are selling the same quantity today. People are still buying. That is what is called demand patterns. When is the season where this product is of higher demand? You know that season. This is the business of season, and you need a lot of information. And this is why I say information comes before capital. Now, what that means is that if you have good information about the product you're going into, you'll be able to get partners to invest money in your business. People reach out to me and say, oh, I have my auntie and she says she wants to give me money to do business. I don't know what to do. It's simply because that person have not first choose a product, then understand the market. When during the understanding of the market, he will study market prices, understand the demand patterns, and then that information is what will bring capital to you. It's easier for me to raise capital today than it was in 2020. It's easier for me to raise capital today than it will be for you. Do you know the difference? I have access to information. Access to information. I've done a lot of research. I travel a lot. Some of you, if you watch my video, you see me traveling. Oh, today I'm going to this state. The next day I'm going to this market. I travel a lot. Not that I'm enjoying traveling per se, but I know that for me to make money in this industry, I'm a full-time trader. I need to have a lot of market information. So don't just jump. If you want to be profitable, settle down, investigate, study, understand the market before you buy. Now, the third step into becoming a profitable trader is that secure a buyer first. Many people don't do this. They go into storage, they buy a lot of palm oil and keep. Then they are now looking for buyers, of which they were supposed to do that from the beginning. Search for buyers, get the buyers, understand what they need. Now, this happens a lot for us that are into export. You know, when it comes to exportation, a lot go into, let me say, specifications or quality. A market can reach out to you and say, oh, billionaire farmer, I need a hibiscus flower, which is zobo. They will give you specification. The zobo should be this, pure organic. It should have this receipt. It shouldn't be GMO. It should be this and this. This is the buyer giving me information now. Now, with this information, do you know what I will do to the buyer? I will tell the buyer that since you need organic, this one, this is how much you are going to pay. So identify a buyer first. Who are the processors of that commodity? Who are the wholesalers of that commodity? Who are the export agents of that commodity? Know your buyer specification, price range, so that you avoid speculative buying. Speculative buying simply means you bought hoping that the price will come and increase without knowing what the buyers need. For example, you can be going into buying of palm oil to store. Now, if your buyer or your target buyer are people who are into detergent production, they make soap, bathing soap, laundry soap. Do you know what? They don't look for high quality palm oil. They are looking for the third grade. So it therefore means if you're doing your storage, you buy the third grade kind of palm oil for them. You buy the third kind, you buy the third grade of palm oil for your market because you understand who your buyer is. You have secured him. Now, when I say secured your buyer, this does not mean the buyer must give you a guarantee that if you store, I will come and buy from you when it's time. No. When you know your buyer, or let me say just know your buyer, let's edit this. Let's edit this to third step. Know your buyer. Let's add that so that we'll all be at the same page. Know your buyer. Third step to becoming a profitable trader. Know your buyer first. When you identify your buyer, you will know, are they into processing? You know people who are buying palm oil to go and process. You know people who sell palm oil in wholesale. Like if you go to Kano State, for example, there are people who, if you go to them, they will not sell 1 liter of palm oil to you. They are wholesalers. They are selling 1 keg, 10 keg, 50 keg. Is that person your buyer? You need to know a lot of them. In Kano State here, maybe you should be able to identify 5 people who are wholesalers of palm oil. Then you also go as far as know who are the exporters of this commodity. Why are you knowing them? You can partner with them. You can propose to them. If you know people who are exporting palm oil, do you know that people export palm oil from Nigeria to other parts of the world? You have to know them. Except you're playing small This class I'm teaching today is a master class. It's for people who want to go far, who want to make money, who want to build a business in agriculture and don't want to be touching the soil. They don't want to be doing the real dirty work. Not that it's bad. So remember this golden rule. Type it in the comment section. Let me see it. No buyer, no trade. Is a golden rule for we who are traders, we who are into trading of agro commodities. We don't joke with this. No buyer, no trade. And when there is no trade, guess what? No money for you. No money for you. You can have the commodity, but where is the buyer? If the buyer is not there, no trade. And when there is no trade, no money for you. You'll be broke. You have a lot of commodities you are looking for. Who is buying this thing now? I heard that the buyer is here. Information will help you. Information comes before capital. Thank you so much for dropping that reminder. The golden rule, the market golden rule. No buyer, no trade. Thank you. No buyer, no trade. This one is not I wish. Don't wish. Understand it carefully that if you don't have a buyer, if you don't identify buyers of that commodity that you want to trade in, you have shoot yourself. You will lose money. You will blame many people. Meanwhile, you made a mistake. You made a mistake. So we should be able to know, identify a buyer first. And always, if you are going to be a trader, please, you see this particular section, screenshot this page you're seeing right here. This golden rule, frame it and put it in your room, in your office. No buyer, no trade. And when there is no trade, no money. It will help you. So now, the second way you can make money from agriculture without touching the soil is food storage and preservation. Remember, the first one we say trading of agro commodities, and I've given you 3 steps to take or 3 things to know for you to become a profitable trader. Now we are moving to the second way in which you can make money from agriculture without touching the soil. And this one here, we are looking at, guess what? Food storage. This is where many people are being trapped in agriculture. They don't study it. They don't even understand what is storage. They don't know what the meaning of storage. They just go into it because they hope if they buy low today, they will sell high and make money. It's beyond that. We have a lot of people who have lost money in this business. Storage is supposed to be very easy and sweet business if you follow the steps I'm going to share with you today. Now let's I don't want to assume that you know what is storage or preservation of food. And the first thing I want you to know about storage is that whosoever controls storage controls food price. Whoever controls storage controls food price. Remember this, we are discussing about large scale storage, not someone who stored one keg. Someone who stored thousands and thousands of liters of palm oil. That person can influence the market anywhere. This is what big companies do. Practical example in our country for some of us who are Nigerians. Look at what Dangote is doing right now. Dangote is shaking the price of petrol in Nigeria. He sit down one day and he will just write the price, and that will be the price. All the competitors will be crying. I know two people in oil and gas sector who reach out to me to tell me that billionaire farmer, this our business is not profitable again. Why? One man came in. So he has large volume. He's controlling the price. So if you're going into storage, know that you're stepping into a business where if you do it so well, you control the price. So you have to understand this. Second business is storage and food preservation. So what is storage? Food storage and preservation simply means buying food during surplus season, or let me say harvest season, preserving quality over time, and selling during scarcity at high price. This is what storage is. This is what food preservation is. And if you're going into the business, you have to understand this. First thing is that you're buying when it's harvest season. When everyone is harvesting, your job is to do what? Buy. You're not the one who planted. You're not the one who touched the soil. Your job is that when farmers have harvested all their grains, processed all their palm oil, you come in and buy. So you have to know season. This is one of the key things you have to know on this slide. Time creates profit in food business. Type that in the comment section. Let me see it. Time creates profit in food business. People who understand time, people who conserve time, people who manipulate time in agriculture, in food business, in trading, in storage are the one who makes profit. When you understand time, you make profit. There are seasons where everybody is buying. You know what you're doing. So let me see that in the comment section, that time creates profit in food business. No buyer, no trade. That is our golden rule when it comes to trading. We are now on storage, preservation of food. We are looking at storage now. And I've said that in storage business, you have to know that time creates profit for you. It is time that will make you profitable. Now, this is where many people also miss. The first thing they will be looking out for is that, if I buy, when can I sell? You have to understand time, because this is the only way you can be in profit. You have to understand time. Thank you, BJ. BJ say good timing in agri-business create profit. Thank you so much for putting it that way. Good timing in agri-business create profit. I love that. Good timing. You have to know this. Now, see, all these key things, and this is why I love this community. Thank you for dropping this. Be making notes. Write this thing. Put it on your wall. Write it down in your jota. Put it on your screen, on your laptop, on your phone. That good timing in agri-business create profit. When people are crying, oh, we are not making profit, the person who understand time know that time will come when we make profit from this commodity. I have shared a story with us that a few months ago in November, October of 2025, I went to Kaduna State where they are producing ginger. So I met a guy there who is into ginger business. That is what he does full time. He was born and brought up in Kaduna State. He's more than 30 years, which means he has been doing ginger business for more than 30 years. So he told me that, boss, do you know that this ginger that they are selling for 150 today, anything next year, March, February, this same bag will be sold for 400,000 naira. I was like, haba. I didn't even believe him. So he told me that if you have money now and you buy this ginger and store, by next year, March, guess what? You make a lot of money. I just wave it, because to me, I was looking at that information one kind. But that guy, he's an expert. It's his business. He has been doing it for 3 decades. He understood time. He understand good timing. He was not guessing. He was not speaking to me as someone who is in ignorant. No, he was speaking to me as an authority. I didn't know that, oh, what this guy is telling me is true. Oh. Guess what now, guys? A bag of ginger is 380,000 naira. And he told me that it will even hit 500K. This is where the real money in agriculture is, my brothers and sisters. There is money in storage, food preservation. If you don't understand storage, that same storage where I say there is money, that same storage where other people will making money, you will come, and that will be the time you will lose money because you didn't get the time. I've shared this countless times. Last year, 2 of my partners, one is staying in the UK, they all called me and said, oh, billionaire farmer, how do you see this palm oil? Let's buy palm oil and store so we can resell later and make money. So guess what? I told them, okay, yeah, it's good. So one sent me money, the other one sent me money. So I started doing calculation. Then I understand that if I buy this palm oil now, a keg of palm oil is selling for 60,000. What would be the possibility of us making profit? It therefore means we are predicting that a keg should hit 70k or 80k. How possible can that be? I check the system. I have to call them back and say, bro, I will send you back your money, because if you buy this palm oil, we will not make profit. And for you guys to trust me as an authority in this business and want to give me money to handle everything, and I come back with stories, it will not make sense. They were happy. In fact, the other one in the UK, she was not happy, but I sent her her money. So at the end of the day, we are fine. But if only I bought that palm oil, guess what, guys? I would have been stranded with that palm oil now, because palm oil never hit 70k or 80k on wholesale price. So guess what that did? It helped me to protect my small name. It preserved their own money for them. Would have been in loss. So you have to understand timing. Time create profit in agri-business, in food. So Neze here commented that one thing I've come to understand in farming is that understanding season and times of any crop, that is where profit comes from in agriculture. Thank you so much for that. Profit. Hey, yeah, yeah. If you don't understand time, you will lose in agriculture. Oh yeah, someone have carried us and enter Bible now. He say, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. And guess what the same Bible and the same book said? He said that if you understand time and season, you have dominion over others. And guess what the same Bible say? He said there is nothing new under the sun. So someone who understand one commodity, he knows the season where this commodity will be profitable. He understands the season where this commodity will not be profitable. I have a friend of mine who is into cucumber production. Do you know that what this guy does is that he only plants cucumber dry season? Once it's rainy season, that baba will not plant one single seed of cucumber. He will not. Because he understand that, bro, for me to make profit in this business, the best time for me is to do it dry season, when everybody is off. That will be when I'll make money. He has been doing this for more than 2 decades now. He has been making a lot of money from the business. So food preservation and storage simply means buying food during harvest season, preserving quality over time, selling during scarcity at high profit. I believe we have gotten that perfectly. Now, why this model works in Africa? This storage business I'm advising you to do as a beginner. Why is it that it works in Africa? We are using Africa here because Africa, most of our challenges are the same. So the same issue we have in Nigeria, most likely the same issue someone from Ghana, Togo, Rwanda, Kenya, we are the same. We are Africans. So this model works. It works. Why? 40 to 80% of the food waste after harvest season. The food gets bad after harvest season. Not that it wastes during harvesting or in the farm. No, farmers struggle, do everything, invest time. When they harvest, they sit down and watch what they have harvested gets bad. This happens all year round in Africa. So what is the remedy to this? Storage, preservation. As a business person or as a beginner who is looking at agriculture, you should be able to come out with an idea that can help preserve that food. 40%. This is not food that wastes in the farm. I don't want to calculate the one that wastes in the farm. we are discussing of the one that have been harvested, the tomato that was harvested, the yam that was harvested, the onions that was harvested, that farmers struggled, invested a lot of money in. Then after harvesting, 40% of that will just get bad. The prices of most farm produce crash during harvest season. Prices. So when they were harvesting soyabeans, a ton of soyabeans was around 300,000 to 400,000. But guess what now? Now that it's not harvest season, a ton of soyabeans is going for 750k, 600,000, 800,000, depending on your market. But that is what happened in most agricultural commodities. So now when you understand this, what do? You now position yourself that during harvest, I'll buy and store. And that is why I say that palm oil, this is where people are buying a lot of palm oil now. People are buying a lot of palm oil now. Why is this so? Because the price will soon crash by next month. Why is the price crashing? It's harvest season. Farmers are processing it in large quantity. Small scale owners, millers, everybody is doing processing their palm oil. So the price will crash. So storage business works because of this. Another reason why this business model works in Africa, works in Nigeria, and can work for you in Ghana is that price explode during off season. Because remember, we practice farming and agriculture as a seasonal business, even though it ought not to be so. Because hunger is not seasonal. Food production was supposed never to be a seasonal business, but it's done as a seasonal business in Africa, in Nigeria. So when it's when it's off season, the price will go up. So if you buy during harvest, there's a guarantee that when it's not harvest season, you make money. And another thing you also have to understand is that very few investors are doing this storage business on a commercial scale. That for me, I will see it as a business. Very few. So this business model of storage business will work for you in Africa perfectly. I don't know if you're getting value from this class. If you're getting value, please tell me or type in the comment section value. Let me see it in the comment section. Drop value, 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 value. You're getting value here. Drop fire emoji. Okay. Ezima Sale, I grow cucumber too, and I've invested to rent a forest that produce springs on every ridges. I grow cucumber in dry season without spending money on watering. I make more money in dry season. Thank you. So you can see that what I'm saying here is not a theory. Someone who is a practicing cucumber farmer is telling us here that he does his planting and he makes more money in dry season. He will just go and rent a forest and he will make a lot of money from it. Thank you so much. BJ comment value. Your teaching is making a lot of sense. Thank you. Jasmine Woko. Jasmine Woko say value. Thank you so much. Then my prefect, my monitor in the class, Johnson say another season is political season. After every 8 years, in the 7th year to complete 8th tenure, farmers should store. I've noticed it too when it comes to storage. I've not done that too. Okay, someone is teaching me here today. I have to also study this thing you're saying. That every political change, the prices of food will go up. So people who do storage on the 7th year will make money. I will study this. Thank you so much for that. I'm a teacher, but I'm learning here now. No, I hope everybody is learning. Let me know in the comment section that you're learning. We have a lot to cover. I'm trying so much that will cover everything. So therefore, how is money made in storage business? As simple as ABCs. Here is the formula: buy low, store well, sell later, make profit. That is all you need to do. You don't need to do any other thing. Touch the soil and go to this place. No. Your business as someone who is a food storage expert or food preservation expert is for you to know when to buy, and your buy must be low. And then when it comes to storing, your storage must be properly done. If not, you buy commodities and store, and they will get bad in your warehouse. Then when it's time to sell, you'll be frustrated. I hope we have gotten this one. Get this formula, write it down. How is money made in storage business? You buy low, you store well, you sell later, and you make money. Simple as ABC. Simple as ABC. This is how money is made in storage business. So anytime you want to buy, you have to understand that you must buy very low, very, very cheap, so that you can sell at profit. Now, based on that formula, it therefore means you're a food investor. You control the supply and you stabilize the market. This is a master class, and this is for people who are doing large volume kind of storage. You have to see yourself as a food investor. Don't be seeing yourself as random people who are storing food just so that they can cash out. No, an investor is someone who puts in money in a project and wait. So you have to understand that this is who you are. Also, why food storage is important and profitable. We are not just looking for way. Many people see storage business as a business model where people keep farm produce so that they can just store people and make plenty money. I want to correct that notion today, or that mindset today. I want you to know that storage business helps to minimize losses. And let me shock you with these numbers. Africa lost 37% of its food every year to wastage, not from the farm. This thing we are saying here is that farmers, people who are into farming, primary production, they have done all the job. Now, this product get bad, over 37%. I know it's more, but this is the figure that we have from authorities. But you and I know that 37% of wastage is not small. 37% of food that we have struggled to produce, wasting this way, is not small. This is the African biggest problem that we have, and it is also the biggest business opportunity for you watching me today, for you who will be watching me some other time, any year. If you're looking at investing in agriculture and you're someone who wants to provide solutions, this is what you should know. The African biggest problem is not just food production. Preservation is another huge problem. Africa is wasting or losing a lot of its harvest to post-harvest losses. Money that should be yours is what is wasting. See it here. Food wastage is over 4 billion US dollars. Food wastage in Africa. And based on data, we have it that if that 37% of wastage should be converted to food, it will feed 48 million people. Don't look at that figure to be small. Do you know what 48 million people is? 48 million people is like a whole country in some African states. So some countries in Africa are not up to 48 million people, and the food that gets bad every year get to this amount. It can feed up to these people. So what we are discussing here about storage business is that it's a $4 billion market in Africa. So this is not, we are not discussing small storage business. Those ones are good. But I want us to look at the very big picture, that this is what is happening in Africa. Most of it, most of the losses, like I've said before, happen after harvest, not on the farm. They harvest it, take it to the market, then the buyers are not there, or the shelf life of those commodities is short, then it gets bad. So I want to understand that you have seen the market. Food spoilage market in Africa is a $4 billion market. Type that in the comment section, let me see it. $4 billion market. Who do we have here? Stock Marcus, he say value. Johnson say value. 37% is not small, yes. For over 30 years, red oil goes up by September, October, November. Can you see this now? So if Johnson does storage of palm oil, can you see that he will not lose money? Why? He know the season where this commodity, the price will go up. He know the months. He says September, October, November season, price goes up. For the past 30 years, oh my God, I have intelligent students here. For the past 30 years, that is my number of years someone have used to study something. Okay, Big J say 37% is not small. That is over one third of the food of the production wasted. Goodness. In America, there are NGOs who collect waste product from producers and turn the product into food for poor people. Can you look at that? People go to food bank and get food for free. Hey, do we have anything called food bank in Africa? No, I've not seen it. This is why I love Nigerians who are abroad. You see, you compare your country, you check how things are done. I've not been to America before. I don't know that there are NGOs that does this. Do we have any NGO in Africa, in Nigeria, that say, look, our goal is to make sure food does not get bad. Then they get to market, when traders are saying, oh, this thing is getting bad, they buy from the traders, process to another food, and dash people. This will reduce hunger. We are discussing about 48 million people not being able to feed in Africa. 48 million people not being able to feed in a country that over 37% of their output is getting bad. Can we see how big this business is? So when you see people in Nigeria or Africa coming with, and I don't know which business I should do. If you have a lot of money, why not set up an NGO that will reduce food wastage? Or even if it's a proper business, you will still make money. Johnson is saying buy red oil ending of February. Currently is 30K by mid-March. Wow. I'm learning. Honestly, Johnson, I'm learning. Do I have to write this down? Let me write this down. Hey, I don't want to miss. So me, I'm a student. Where is my pen? Because I don't understand palm oil very well. Here is my pen. One of our viewer here is giving us lectures, and I want to teach about palm oil. So this information will help me. He says, I need to write this down, guys. I'm coming. We'll continue. We still have a lot to cover today. but I need to jot this down so that I will address it in my next video. So months when we are looking at palm oil. So best month to resell is what we are looking for now. I'm coming, guys. I have to make this note. I'm a teacher that is learning. Oh, me, I don't know everything. Oh, I learn every day. Best month to buy to resell palm oil: November, if you are getting value, if you should help me drop a comment. Let me know that we are all learning from each other. We are also learning from the comment section. We are also learning from the comment sections. Okay, good. So let's continue with our storage business. Yeah, we learn every day. We learn every day. So I just learned this about palm oil, and I will need it. So we're looking at the volume of wastage we're having. This is what made me to say you can do storage business. So look at it. Why is food wasting in Africa, wasting in Nigeria, wasting in your country, especially African country? Why the waste? Why the loss? The first thing is no proper storage facility. That is the first thing. Then the second one is poor preservation method. The third one, forced selling during harvest. Remember we spoke about when to buy and when to store. So we say during harvest, many farmers are even compelled to sell because they can't keep some of their product long. So it's a kind of forced selling. They don't have option. Then another reason why food waste is weak logistic and aggregation that we have in Africa, in Nigeria. And again, you will be wondering, there is hunger in Africa. So food waste or food does not get rotten waste because there is too much of it. It rots because no one can hold it. In one word, no one can store it. In one word, no one can preserve it. So that food will get bad, even if there is hunger. So the thing about storage is that Africa does not need more farmers, if you ask me, especially for you who is a beginner. Africa need more storage investors, people who will bring in high quality storage facility and install in different communities, different farm settlement, so that farmers can benefit from their infrastructures. Maybe you have this kind of storage facility and you're helping grains farmers to hold their grains so that when they need it they can pick. So for example, someone like me now, I might be willing to do storage, but I don't have a warehouse. When storage is done properly, it saves food and it increases the value of the food. So last year February ending, it was 7K. So I hope we're all enjoying the class for today. Few minutes, let me get something. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so when storage is done properly, you have saved a lot of food, because many of these food, they get bad. So when you're into storage, you're preserving food, you're helping us not to be hungered. You're trying to help farmers, because those farm produce they have, eventually they will get bad. I was speaking with someone who is into onions production in Kebbi State. If you see the volume of onions they throw away in that market, you'll be shocked. So if you have a system that preserve onions, you make a lot of money, and you have saved a lot of wastage in Africa. So storage business is beyond I want to do storage and make money. No, 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 no. It's about preserving the little that we have managed to produce in Africa. We are net importers of food. So the little that we're able to produce in Africa, we should be able to manage it so that it will not get bad. In Nigeria, we import almost all the food that we consume. And guess what? We also produce almost all the food that we import. But because they are not being properly stored or preserved, they get bad. So the third way you can make money from agriculture, become a millionaire, build a very fantastic business without touching the soil, is processing and value addition. Processing and value addition. This is not a difficult this thing. Processing is not farming, it's manufacturing. You're turning dry pepper to powdered pepper. You're turning cassava to cassava wine. You're turning groundnut to groundnut oil, or groundnut cake, or groundnut burger, or groundnut paste. I mean to say. So you're manufacturing other product using farm produce. You are not the one to touch the soil. So if you have gotten all the first three steps, let me know. Remember, we are discussing four steps. So let me know Which one is the first? Which one is the second? And which one is the third? So I can know you're following. Let me see that in the comment section so I can know you're following. Processing and value addition. This is what we are discussing next. It's another powerful way you can make money from agriculture without touching the soil, without owning a farmland. No, you just add value, you process. So let's discuss what value addition means in detail. Now, what is food processing and value addition? This is turning raw agricultural produce into finished product, semi-processed inputs, and consumer-ready goods. Now, the picture you have seen here is a fantastic, massive rice processing factory. So processors are also making money from the agricultural sector, but guess what? They are not the one who is doing the farming job. So you also have to understand this. Now, the same food, higher value, higher profit when being processed, when value is being added to it. So if you are getting this one, let me know in the comment section. Okay, yes, first one is trading, second one storage, third one value addition, ways to make money from agriculture, ways to make money from agriculture without touching the soil, trading, storage, food processing, and value addition. We have so much of that that we are going to discuss today. This is our class. Let's see how we can round up because we have a lot to discuss. I just hope that we are all getting value. Idoko say great. It means she's getting value. Why value addition matters in agriculture? Just like we have said before, Africa imports over 85% of food, of African food, are exported to other countries as raw commodity. Processed food earns over 2 to 5 times more the raw material. The African import food worth over 40 billion, that is processed food. Most food jobs and profit happen after harvest. Most food jobs, we have done the harvest, we have done maybe the storage. Now it's time to add value, because when you add value of processing that commodity, there's possibility that you have increased the profit rate of that commodity by what, or of that product, by 2 to 5 times. Nigeria alone import over $10 billion worth of food yearly, and it's growing because our population is growing and food production is not growing. So we'll continue to import food. Now let's look at few examples about value addition. Now this is ginger. How many of us know ginger oil or have used ginger oil? If you're watching this, you know ginger oil or you have used ginger oil, drop it in the comment, let me see. This is what we do in Africa, in Nigeria. We just split the ginger, dry it. We can't even turn it to powder form. We sell to those people. They take it to their country. They extract the oil. Now this oil is being sold to pharmaceutical companies, companies that are into cosmetics. When they use ginger oil to produce body cream, the price is so high. So normally we in Africa, when the whole world is coming into Africa, well, let's come and buy ginger. They would have been coming to buy our ginger products. If you need ginger oil, Nigeria supply to you. So Kaduna State would have been the biggest ginger oil processing factory or processing community or village in Africa, and even the world. We should be the one to dictate. Now guess what happen? These guys who come to buy the raw materials for us are the one that set prices for us. So they can walk to your store with confidence and tell you that 1 ton is $1,000, and we will start begging. So I don't know if I'm making sense. Ginger, the higher you climb this ladder, the more money you make. This ladder of agriculture, the higher you climb it, the more money you make. The higher you do any value addition, the higher money you make. Look at this one now, changing ginger, dry ginger to ginger oil, and then ginger powder. BJ say I have no idea that we can extract oil from ginger. See, there is so much that can be gotten from ginger. Hey, yeah. Ginger can give you so much byproduct. After this class, go and do your research. You will be surprised. Kaduna State supposed to be, or Kaduna State and Kachia local government supposed to be among the top richest areas in the world. Do you know how much a ton of ginger is being sold, or a ton of this ginger oil? Few minutes. So please, I'm coming few minutes. Let's be using this to meditate. Go and browse about ginger oil. I have someone here who is telling me she has no idea that oil can be extracted from ginger. So go and research. I'm coming. Let me take small thing. I'll be back. Someone say I have no idea that oil can be extracted. This is what is called value addition. This is what is called processing. Sometimes this value addition of a thing could be just very basic things, small things that we need to do to make that commodity of higher value. What does it take to grind this particular ginger that we are seeing here, this particular one? What does it take to grind it into powder form? Guess how much a ton of powdered one is selling? It's way more than selling this. It's way more. But in Africa, we just sell this thing like this, and then we sit down and complain. Many people, oh, I want to go and plant ginger 1,000 hectares. No, must you plant ginger 1,000 hectares? Can't you see that you can also just add value to ginger? Thank God that there's a community in Nigeria that is being known. Now, the ginger in Africa, based on my research, produce the high quantity of oil. You know, ginger, many things are extracted from ginger. So these countries of the world, they know that the one in Africa, the one in Benue State, sorry, the one in Kaduna State, give us more oil. So if your factory is targeted at supplying more oil to people, these companies will come to Nigeria and come and buy our ginger. It will give them more oil. Go and check this thing I'm saying here. Maybe you go on alibaba.com or go to Amazon and ginger oil type ginger oil, and you see different products. They would show you this one is pure ginger, 100% ginger. What does it take for us to extract ginger oil? This is what I expect that we should be looking for. The higher you climb this ladder, the more money you make. When you're the one planting ginger, you're down the ladder. In agriculture, the higher you climb the ladder, the more money you make. The more you move at value addition, moving this thing away from the soil, the more money you make. People who are below that soil level, they make money but less. Why go and rent 3 hectares, 4 hectares, 10 hectares that you want to plant ginger? We already have a lot of ginger. When I went to Kaduna, they were begging me, bring customers for us, because they need urgent money. This is what you should be targeting. Bro, my sister, my brother watching me today, know this, write it down, drop it in the comment section for me. The higher you climb the ladder in agri-business, the more money you make. I'm back. Thanks everyone for staying. I'm so sorry, I went to get coffee. Well, I won't stop people from planting more ginger. I will just encourage more rich people to invest. Yes, this is what we are doing today now. So this class, that was why I say it's for senior people. So we can't discourage people. See, the truth of the matter is this: if you as an individual, you have money and you're planting ginger, you can do the whole process. You plant your ginger, you process it to either oil, powdered, or any other byproduct. So this is not to say don't plant ginger again, but I'm only saying that that planting of ginger and selling the raw material is making Africa more poor. Just guess. Let's assume you invested in, because you have the capacity, right? Then you invested in building a factory, a ginger oil production factory. That is what you invested your money in. Guess what will happen? Farmers who are doing this ginger as a lifetime business or as a culture, they will increase their production level. This I have learned in agriculture. Once farmers know that anytime I want to sell, they are buyers, they increase what they are producing. And when they increase what they are producing, guess what? Everybody will be making money. You who invested in a factory, the raw materials are there for you. You will employ people who are working there. You're reducing unemployment in Africa. So this is not just you making money, you're reducing unemployment in Africa. So farmers, primary production farmers, we say well done to them, they are doing well. But we who are youth, we who have the resources, we should be looking at value addition. Remember, we are discussing ways in which you can make money without touching the soil. So this is just ginger alone. Let me move to another product so you will see. How about chocolate? Africa produce about 70% of global chocolate, global cocoa, sorry, but we earn less than 10% of the money made from the product that is gotten primarily from cocoa, which is cocoa bean, which is ginger, sorry, which is chocolate. Why am I calling ginger again? We have moved. So Africa produce Cote d'Ivoire, Ghana, Nigeria. Do the research and see how much volume of cocoa bean we supply to the global market in raw form. This is how we supply it. This is how we stress, suffer, do the planting. Then at the end of the day, we export this raw material like this. These companies buy these things and process it to chocolate. They make more money than we who are producing this thing, which is not bad. Do you know where it's spending me now? The chocolate they supply to us in Africa is not even good. How many of us are aware that the chocolate we have in Africa is not even good? Many of us who are abroad, some of us who are abroad, sorry, you can attest to this, that the chocolate you eat in UK tastes better than the one we have in Nigeria. This is to call more people to invest in chocolate production. Currently, we have one company that I know in Abuja. They are producing extremely nice chocolate. Extremely nice. But guess what? It's not cheap because they are using pure chocolate, like 80% chocolate. Those other ones that we consume, chocolate is not even up to 50% on it. The one they send to us. I'm sure within their own countries, they don't eat the same chocolate they export to Africa. We are the one that is producing these things. So you can do your check. I just want someone who is abroad to help me and verify this thing I'm saying. That the chocolate we eat in Nigeria is not the same chocolate that is being sold in the UK in supermarkets. It's not the same ingredients. It does not taste the same. The one they send to us is not chocolate. So can you see how money is in this business? This one is value addition now, no? And you see that what we are discussing today is a master class. Fantastic. You say yes, yes. The chocolate in Europe and America is rich and tasteful, but can Africa afford the cost of the real tasteful and sweet chocolate? Africa can afford. Why not give Africa the option to choose? Bring, like now, just like I say now, we have a company that is producing chocolate here in Abuja, in Nigeria, sorry, in Abuja. These guys, their chocolate is very, very good. A friend of mine worked with the company before. So If you go to supermarket, there are many supermarket, when you go, you see the chocolate, you see the price, then you see these ones that they are shipped down into Africa that are not good, they are also there. So why can't they give us good chocolate, our own product, oh, our own product? God, why can't they give us for us to choose? This is only African entrepreneurs who can come up and say, look, we also need to produce something for our people that is healthy. See, food business is beyond I want to make money. It's a business that you know that, look, this thing I'm doing, people are going to eat this thing. People are going to eat this thing. So we should be looking at investing in chocolate business, investing in this. So this is another product. Remember we are discussing value addition, right? So let's move to another product. This is our almighty cassava, Africa most undervalued commodity, cassava. You don't want to know how much or how many products can be extracted from this very cassava that we have in Africa. We are the largest supplier of cassava in the world, Nigeria as a country. Yet Nigeria is not making any money when it comes to value addition from cassava. Not until recently we have Chinese company who come, the Chinese people who came to Nigeria and build processing facilities. I've made a lot of videos on the issue of cassava, value addition, planting cassava, processing to cassava starch, processing to cassava ethanol, processing to cassava sabitor. I've made a lot of videos on this channel already. That Africa, we need to also add value to our cassava. So if you are looking at, I want to invest, I want to go and rent land and plant 10,000 hectares of cassava. To me, knowing that you have money, my advice for you is very simple. Why not invest that money in value addition? This is cassava ethanol. It's one product that is gotten from cassava. You don't want to know how much ethanol costs and what ethanol is being used for. So, but for this class today, I want us to see what ethanol is being used for. Can you see it now? This is ethanol. It's used for alcoholic beverages. So we have companies, breweries, Nigerian breweries, they buy this ethanol, and many other wine companies, they buy it. They use it for fuel in some vehicles. In Europe, I want someone to verify this, that in Europe, they use some of these things as fuel. They use it as solvent for paint production, varnish. There are so many things. This is what ethanol alone, a byproduct from cassava, is being used for. We should be the one, the largest exporter, or the largest exporter of cassava ethanol. We're supposed to be the one because we have the raw material. I just want us to see that there is so much you can do without touching the soil. Without touching the soil. And for us to make money with cassava byproduct, we have to understand that industries don't buy garri. They buy input. They buy input. So this is the third way. This third way have taken us a lot of time. So let's move to the fourth way in which you can make money from agriculture without touching the soil. I hope we are all getting value. This is another way you can make money from agriculture without touching the soil. Sales of farm input. This is where real money is in agriculture. Real money in inputs. What are farm inputs? I don't want to assume that you know. I have a very simple definition for you. Short definition: farm inputs are all the materials, all the tools, all the services used in agricultural production to help crops, livestock grow, perform better, and produce higher yield. These are farm inputs. And inputs are what turn land into profit. So the people who are doing farming work, who are into primary production, they need farm inputs. So if you're not going to be the one who is doing the farming, you should be the one who is providing the input. And the input here, I say they are all the materials, tools, services that we need for us to see food from the soil. All the activities, all the products, all the services, they are called what? Input. Now, the first example of farm input, we have seeds and seedlings. We have fertilizer, organic or inorganic. We have agrochemicals. We have animal feed and feed supplements. So you can be supplying this and you'll be making a lot of money. There are people who their job is to supply seeds. There are companies that their job is to provide or produce fertilizer for farmers. They are not the one doing the farming job. They are providing what? Fertilizer. Can you see it now? I thank God that you're contributing to this class, because you, being as someone who is abroad, you understand these things very well. He say ethanol is used as fuel. By law, 10% of ethanol must be part of the petrol sold in some states in the US. If Nigeria makes it compulsory for ethanol to be added to petrol, more people will invest. You're right. But we are getting there, right? Shey by let me say by extension, now we have Dangote that is looking at building one of the largest, let me say, petroleum production facility in the world. So if he has that, definitely a time will come where they will need ethanol in large quantity. And I believe even right now they might be using it, they will be importing. So can you see that Europe, is it US? US is our target market to supply our ethanol. So many people who tell me, oh, if I invest in ethanol, where will I sell? Oh yeah, oh, come and see the answer here. US. By law, I will do a research on this. Let me write it down. Thank you so much for that contribution. Let me write this down. I will research on this. I will research about this ethanol usage. Good. I'm learning a lot today. If you are learning, let me know in the comment section that you're also learning with us here. Personally, I'm learning a lot. So we need to move to a point where our cassava, see, if only we are having that kind of facilities, we are the largest exporters of cassava ethanol, shey US will be coming to us to come and buy and go and use. Do you know what it means that they were the largest supplier of ethanol to the US market? There is money in agriculture. So now let's look at fertilizer, for example, fertilizer production. Now look at Dangote fertilizer company we have recently, or that has been in operation in Nigeria. The production capacity of that company is 3 million tons of fertilizer. The company need more distributors, and you can become a millionaire in this area alone. You don't have to be the one touching the soil doing this. You just have to be distributor of Dangote's fertilizer. There are many people who are millionaires who have built a lot of wealth or accumulate a lot of wealth selling Dangote cement in Nigeria. I know some of them. I know a friend of mine who is a millionaire. What he does is he supply or distribute Dangote cement. So fertilizer being an input, you can set up an outlet in your community, in your state, in your country, where you're distributing fertilizer. That is what you're doing. It's part of agriculture. It's a value chain. Remember what I say. You will make a lot of money. So if Dangote have invested this volume of cash, let me reduce it so that you can see it here. If Dangote should invest over 2.5 billion US dollars in a facility that will be producing fertilizer to farmers, he's not the one doing the farming job, but he know that Africa, he also have similar one in Ethiopia, similar capacity in Ethiopia. That is to tell you that Africa, we need fertilizer. We are importing bulk of our fertilizer. One of the popular brand we import is called Indorima. Many of us know Indorima. We import that fertilizer. Dangote say no way, let me come into the business. He's not doing it in large quantity. Now you can be a distributor of Dangote fertilizer. You make a lot of money. You make a lot of money. Now let's look at seed company. Now this is a seed company called Syngenta. I've worked with Syngenta, or let me say I worked with my boss. So as at that time, he was a salesperson with Syngenta Seeds or Syngenta Global or whatsoever. This company have generated over 28.8 billion in 2024. What are they doing? Seed company. Seed company. They are providing seed for farmers. So in Africa, can you also invest your money into maybe distributing their seed, even if you're not the one producing your seed? Because having a seed company takes a lot of investment. So you can be the one who is distributing seed to farmers. Tomato seed, onion seed, okra seed, every seed you can distribute. This is one of the Syngenta products, maize. This sweet corn. Many of us who have never even tested sweet corn in this Africa, it's not even available. This one, from planting to harvest, 85 days. 85 days, which is, let's say, 3 months and some weeks, you harvest. And the yield is very good. I've sowed their seed before. So you can see that this company is making money without touching the soil. You can also be a distributor of seed. These are all inputs, and you make a lot of money. Now, another part of, or let me say some inputs that you can also sell and make a lot of money are, let's say, farm tools and equipment, tractors, bulldozers, harvesters, rice thrashing machine, soybean selecting machine. These are equipment that you can just provide these things and make a lot of money. Right now as I speak, if you have a factory that is cleaning soybeans, or let me say seasonal seed for farmers, you make a lot of money. I hope we are all getting value. I'm about to round up. If you're still with me, drop a comment. Let me know you're getting value from this class. you're getting value. How about veterinary drugs and vaccines? Some of us who are into livestock farming, poultry, this is where bulk of our money goes. We buy drugs. I remember when my birds were dying in 2021, I was just pumping money on drugs, hoping that it will stop. 4 million, 3 million, 500,000, 200. I was just buying drugs, doing so many things. Eventually, I lost the entire farm. But the money I invested on drugs, the guy that was selling drugs to me, I've made his money, whether I lost or not. Then how about water and irrigational system, labor and mechanized services? Input suppliers often even make more money and faster money in agriculture than farmers. It's a sad reality, but it's not so no sad when you know you can choose which area is best for you. You focus on, you invest your money into. And this is what this class today is doing for you. When you understand all the 4 businesses you can do in agriculture without touching the soil, you can choose which one to start with. The truth of the matter is that you can do the complete 4 if you have the capacity, the knowledge, the resources. So the key takeaway from today's lecture, I want you to understand that some of the richest companies in agriculture don't own farms. They own seed, genetics, and intellectual properties. They are making billions. I've given you an example of Syngenta. There are many other seed companies that are making billions of dollars in sales, while there are little farms making $1 billion. Search. So when you know this, you know that, okay, this agriculture I'm going into, there is something beyond what I'm thinking. And also, this is another key point you should also leave this class today with. Farming feed people. Trading create wealth. Storage control supply. Processing multiply value. And export unlock global pricing, global amount, global currency. I want you to write this down. I want you to see this, write it down. That farming feed a lot of people. Then when you start say, okay, I want to be a trader, you create a lot of wealth, not just for yourself, also for farmers. Because if you're not there as a trader, what they are producing or what they have harvested, it will all go bad. We have seen it. And if you don't store, you don't preserve what they have, it will also not be valuable. And if we don't process, we will not make more money from agriculture. I've shown you where ginger oil and ginger seed, go and check their prices. A ton of ginger seed, or let me say a ton of ginger oil, is more than 10, 20 million, $20,000. How much is a ton of dried ginger? Can you see the difference? How much is chocolate, a ton of pure chocolate? Or how much is a ton of pure ethanol, cassava ethanol, and cassava, or let me say garri, or raw cassava itself? So processing multiply the value of a commodity. I was speaking with a client, she's based abroad in Germany, and she was telling me that she wants to come back to Nigeria and set up a an abattoir where she'll be processing meat. And because she told me she did her research, saw that, oh, many Africa or many places where they slaughter chicken or slaughter goats, they are very dirty, unhealthy. I say, yeah, that's how it is. So if you from the other end is bringing value, we will appreciate it. We will appreciate you for that. So this is very important. This is very key. And I want us all to leave this lecture today, to leave this Saturday lecture, that you have to understand that farming creates or feed a lot of people, but you need to do better. So if you have gotten value from today's class, let me know in the comment section that you have gotten value. So if you understand this, you know that wealth in agriculture is built after harvest, not on the farm. After harvest. After we have harvested, that is when real money start coming in. So you have to choose which area you want to be. What I've taught here today is a master class, supposed to be a paid class. But I'm giving it free for you guys because number one, I appreciate you for subscribing to my channel and always watching my videos and for dropping comments. So I say no, what I can give you, it shouldn't be something small. It should be something that will save you money. If you have gotten value from today's class, let me know you have gotten value. And also, let me know that you have written all this down because you need to understand this. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you for staying for over 1 hour straight here with me. I don't take that for granted. Your time is so important. You have dedicated your time to learning. It therefore means you are a good investor. You don't want to just assume and lose the little money you have. You want to make wise investment decision. That was why you decided to stay for complete 1 hour and watch this video to the end. And for those who are going to watch a replay, I also appreciate you so much for staying and watching my videos. Now, this tutorial was designed to help beginners, investors, people who are looking for ways to invest money in agriculture. And now this is the end of the class, and I'm open to answer your questions concerning on the 4 ways in which you can make money from agriculture without touching the soil. And we spoke about trading of agro commodities as the first way. We spoke about storage and preservation. We spoke about processing. We spoke about selling of farm inputs. Selling of farm inputs. These are ways you can make money from agriculture. And if you're a beginner, it's left for you to choose which area that is better for you. You can all make money in any sector or any place in agriculture. And I want you to leave this live stream today or leave this class today with the understanding that making money from agriculture is beyond farming. The real money start coming in after you have done the farming. That is where money comes in. And you have to understand that agriculture is not just farming. Agriculture is the value chain. Farming or farm is only part of the value chain. So when you're speaking to people, let them know. And if you need my services, you want me to consult for you, you have a project that you want to do in agriculture, maybe a big project that you're looking at, and you need my input, my advice, you can reach out to me on my WhatsApp or through email, and I will attend to you. So now it's time for questions. I'm going to give maybe 10 minutes to answer questions, and then we'll be done for this section today. Ayo say the value is too much. Thanks for sharing your knowledge. Thank you for giving me your time. I don't take that for granted. So now it's time for questions. How you can make money from agriculture without touching the soil. 4 ways. I've explained that all. So if any of the way makes sense to you, or you have a question, or you have a contribution that you want to add, because we are all here to learn. I'm learning. Many people are here to learn. All the 9 people that we have watching currently and those that will watch after here, their goal is to learn. So if you have learned something, you can share, okay, this is what I've learned today. This is what I've gotten from today's lecture. Share your lecture notes. Let's grow in knowledge. Time for questions. Thank you so much for staying. If you have a question, drop it in the comments and I will respond. Okay, someone is asking, talking about Syngenta Seed Company, I'm looking for hybrid maize like the one you described now. Okay, let me drop my number for you. My boss still have that, my WhatsApp number. I'll pin my WhatsApp number right now so that you can buy the seed. We have different vegetable seeds, hybrid, and it's sweet corn. So my WhatsApp number is there. I hope you can see my WhatsApp number. If you have maybe you want me to consult for you have a personal question, you can drop it for me. For the processing part, what do we start? Electricity challenge we face in our different countries is wahala. Yes, you're right. Processing consume a lot of energy. So if you're looking at processing, most likely uh, it's a big issue. It's a big challenge. It's a big challenge actually. Processing is a big challenge, but we are still doing it. People are still doing it. So people, processing is mainly for people who have a large capital. Let me be frank with you. When you're looking at going into processing, it means you need a lot of capital for you to do it. So if you don't have enough capital, you can't invest in processing. Apart from energy, it costs a lot too. So it's time for questions. If you have question or contribution, you can drop it. What you have learned from today's lecture, you can drop it so that we can all learn and grow together. Your class is top notch and eye opener and well done. Thank you so much, Florence. Florence, let me know where you're watching from. Thank you so much for joining today's class. Let me know where you're watching from. Thanks everyone for joining. If you have a question, you can drop it. Or if you have what you have learned and you want to share, you can also drop it. Okay, thanks everyone for joining today. And this will be the end of our class this evening. So first and foremost, if you're just joining, take your time, watch the video, learn ways in which you can start making money from agriculture without touching the soil. And if you have questions, you can drop them in the comment section. I will respond. And by God grace, I will be coming live tomorrow again with another powerful lecture that you will learn new things, new ways to make money from agriculture. So thanks everyone for joining. Bye for now. I will see you later when I see you. But hopefully, I should be able to come live again tomorrow to answer questions. Thank you all.